get my phone back into hand and to take a picture. It was engulfed in flames. And I knew that within moments it would start exploding and I would be dead. And just as I moved out of the range of the explosions, they started happening, and I prayed for the people behind me.
10-minute drive normally to Chico became almost 4 hours. So it was a long trip.
We started to hear a pattern. People kept telling us their story of how they escaped the Camp Fire, and they talked about how if it wasn't for my neighbor who came and knocked on my door to tell me there was a fire, I don't know that I would have gotten out alive. If it wasn't for my son who lives next door picking me up and putting me in their car and driving me out of there, I don't know how I would have survived. And so I started really thinking about this connection between isolation and how connected you are to your community, to your neighbors, to your friends, to your family, and how that can be really helpful in a time of a disaster.
So we were actually the beneficiaries of someone making that plan in advance to have that group of people that they were going to call. And that she saved my life that day. So absolutely having that network really saved lives.
Find your five. The idea is that, find trusted allies that can be there and can be responsive and will check in with you if a disaster were to happen.
So we recommend that you put people in your network that are down the street, that are maybe the next town over, that are outside the county, and maybe even outside the state.
The final tier of the Ready, Set, Go is that go piece, and it's simply that, it's go. Evacuation information comes in two types. The first type could be an evacuation warning. This is essentially information that we're going to push out to the public, notifying them of a potential threat in their area where they may have to evacuate their home. An evacuation order is essentially that. We are telling people that it's time to go. There is an imminent threat to life, and we do not believe that you have much time to leave the area.
Code Red is a opt-in alerting system that will dial your number. It'll send you a phone call, a text message, and an email notifying you of an emergency. That message is sent from our office, the Office of Emergency Services. It's going to be very targeted to your area, and it'll be specific to you.
At 5:13, the phone rang with the Code Red call. And so as I was going up 49, I could look over to the left and see the flames in the canyon.
The next layer is for staff to actually be out driving in the areas with a high-low siren. There's no other reason you'll hear that in an area unless we're putting out that evacuation order, not a warning, but an order.
My day started routine patrol, came in and I was notified by dispatch to respond out to the Jones fire. Houses that had evacuation tags made it so we could just pass by. We knew that the residents had already been evacuated. Residences that did not have the tags, we would have to physically go in, knock on the door, look in the windows, make sure there were no occupants inside.
Once you've been evacuated, as you're leaving, put this tag somewhere very, clearly identifiable, whether it's a mailbox, a gate, your address marker, so that deputies and officers can quickly identify if your residence has already been evacuated.
I mean, you look out my back window here on the east side, and you see how close this fire came. It was certainly a shock, and at the same time, it was such an incredible relief to have the house as safe as it was.
I I mean, I think with personal preparedness and being ready, it can feel overwhelming. It can feel like a lot to do, and the most important piece is to just start with one little bite at a time.
Just start the conversation. Have some sort of plan. It can be as small as a meetup place, you know, a destination that everybody will get to, everybody in the household will get to if there's a disaster.
Recognize you live in a community, in a county, that really does take the emergency response as a priority. We have worked diligently throughout the last few years on ensuring that not only our staff are trained and prepared, but we're also putting that out for our community. The more prepared you are in your own community, the better the outcome is going to be.
The level of community awareness, they have to be part of the solution. They have to communicate with their neighbors. They have to be part of the discussion in communities. They have to support the response, the prevention, the education, and ultimately the collaboration and the engagement. People have to be engaged at all levels.
The more you think about it now, the easier it will be when the time comes that you need to evacuate.
We've created this network, and we want you to make sure that you know that you can tap into that. So if you are
Good morning, everyone. If I could get everyone's attention. It's not. If I could get everyone's attention. Good morning. Test, test, yes, okay. All right, good morning, everyone. If I could everybody to settle down a little bit, please. Hello? All right. Good morning. All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to a very exciting day for our community as we begin the oaths of office for 7 of our elected officials. Before we begin, I do want to do a brief reminder. We are in a technological age. Most of us may have cell phones with us. If you could please turn the ringers off. If it's a habit, you just don't keep it off anyway. All right. With that, what I'd like to do is have each of our elected officials come forward and stand here at the front of the room before we begin our Pledge of Allegiance and then the administration of our oaths. So if I could have all of our elected officials please come forward. All right. I think everybody probably knows who most of our elected officials are. We have, starting from left to right, we have our current district attorney, Jesse Wilson. We have Lisa Schwarthout. Thank you. We have Rolf Kleinhans. We have Tina Vernon. We have Sue Hoke. We have Shannon Moon. And we have Natalie Adana. All right. what I would like to do at this time is have everybody please stand and join us in a Pledge of Allegiance. The flag is in the right-hand side of the room. I will lead the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. All right. We have a large crowd gathered here today, and I think all of our elected officials truly appreciate your being here to watch this moment as they are sworn into office. I'm going to administer the oath for 5 of these individuals, and once Shannon Moon is administered her oath of her new term, she will swear in 2 more of the individuals. All of these individuals serve our community in a position of leadership. They have been elected by you, their constituents, to serve in their terms of office, both individually in their roles and really in their leadership capacity and their ability to work collaboratively with those in our community, the constituents, other represented and elected officials, as well as unrepresented officials. So with that, what I will do is I do want to thank all of their family, their friends. I want to thank all of their constituents for being here, and for those that couldn't be here, those who are viewing at home or on their computers live streaming, as this presentation and program is being live streamed and broadcast on the airwaves as well. I think it's important for each of them. So with that, what I will do is I will have Ms. Adon, I think? No, it's Ms. Kleinhans, that's correct. Have a seat. And what we will do is we will begin with the oath of office. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a general swearing in. We're not going to do this one at a time. But as we do that, when I say I, and it's a state your name, you state your name, okay? And you don't say state your name. You fill in your real name. And whatever you prefer, the oath is actually a swear or affirm. Whatever you're comfortable with, you swear or affirm, okay? What I will do is I will read it. We'll have you raise your right hand. And at the end, I'll ask you if you do, okay? All right. So if you would, please raise your right hand. I state your name. Now you don't need to repeat after me. I'm going to read it. At the end, you'll just say I do, okay? Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter. Will you?
I do.
Thank you very much. All right, and then what we'll do is we'll have each of you observe the actual signature process of their oaths. And so one at a time, we'll have them come up. Ms. Vernon, yours happens to be first.
Usually I'm last.
if we're going in reverse alphabetical order today. Let's hope. So really in the, let's start from, we mixed it up a little bit here, but let's start. I want to give them each an opportunity to say some brief words to all of you for being here, for supporting them as they begin their next terms of office. I don't know if they knew they were going to do this. But it is part of, I guess, being a public figure is speaking with your constituents. So
It is on. Well, first I want to say, wow. Thank you all for being here. We're going to start 2023 off with a bang, aren't we? I love this place. I love all of you. I love this county. And I just feel honored to be here today and that I'm going to represent especially District 4 and this county for another 4 years. We're going to get a lot of new work done. We're going to get a lot of the old work that we're going to finish. And you're going to see all these smiling faces up here on the dais and in these offices, because those are the one things that we do here in this county. Everyone, we love and appreciate who we work for, and that's all of you. So thanks for being here today. It's going to be a tremendous 2023. And as my cousin told me today, I think this needs to be the year of the heart. I really do. I think 2023. And I think that we can really live up to that. I think that we can be courteous. I think we can be genuine. And I really think that we can get things all done together. So let's work on that, the year of the heart, 2023.
Well, I just want to thank everyone. This is my 4th term, so thanks everyone for voting out there for me. I've put my heart and soul in this job. I could not do it with the wonderful staff that I have behind me and all of you. So, collecting taxes is not an easy job by any means. I'm sorry I have to take your money, but it really is what makes the rubber hit the road. So I appreciate all of you, and I look forward to 2023. Thank you.
Yeah, if they would have told me what that first term was going to be like, we had some challenges, but we got through them together. And it was, at some points in our careers, a little divisive, but I think the true heart of who we are and who we are as a community did come through. And I'm definitely honored to be the sheriff of my hometown. This is a place where everybody has a choice where they live, and I was fortunate enough to have been born here, and I choose to remain here and raise my children here because of this great community. 2023, again, I told our staff, many of which are here, to put your seatbelts on because it's going to be epic. So an epic heart year. I'm okay with that. I would not be here today if it wasn't for my parents who are at home. They had some power outages and they're in their early 80s, so they chose to stay home today, which I certainly appreciate. I am a product of amazing parenting, and they have definitely guided me to where I am today. I would have never have been elected if it wasn't for my wife. When I got elected in 2018, my mom said, you realize you would have never gotten elected without Amy. And the story goes, I would have never ran without Amy because she is a 100% supporter, and my family could not have done it without your guys' support the whole time. This community is a wonderful place. The staff at the Sheriff's Office are amazing men and women that I have the privilege to work with every single day. They have a front row seat to some of the saddest days of people's lives and the happiest days of people's lives, and they do it with such courage and such compassion. They are amazing men and women, and it's just wonderful to live and work in this community, so thank you all.
Well, thank you for being here today. I would echo a lot of the sentiments that's been said here as far as being humbled to be in this position. I look forward to the upcoming term. I think to serve Nevada County, one thing I would point out is over the last year and a half since I've had this position as district attorney, the most rewarding part of the job is certainly working with the people that I do work with. So my coworkers, working alongside them, seeing on a daily basis, which again, Sheriff Moon has kind of indicated as much, seeing what they do to serve Nevada County on a daily basis is inspiring, it's rewarding, and I look forward to it for the upcoming term. In addition to that, I would like to thank my family for being here today. At least some of them are here today. Without their support, unconditional support, I would not be in this position or any position that I'm in now. So particular thanks to them for making the travels to various places. I do appreciate that. I think a special thanks is deserved for my wife, Lisa, who does a whole lot, and I know when I was first thinking about taking this position and coming back to Nevada County in the capacity of district attorney, it was going to mean quite the upheaval for my family as a whole, for where we were living, where we had put some roots down in El Dorado County. And when I first came and told Lisa about that, she didn't hesitate in knowing that it was something that I cared about, that I wanted to do. And even though it meant taking the kids, uprooting the kids from where they went to school and their friend groups and our whole social situation there, again, she never hesitated. So she works full time. She raises 4 kids, and she enjoys life truly. So I want to just say thank you to that. But thank you, thank you to Nevada County too. It's an honor to serve the community, and it's an honor to be part of the community as well. So thanks to everyone out there.
I'll keep it short because I know I'm standing in between Lisa and Rolf and taking their oaths of office. But yeah, I have nothing but thanks to everybody here, the voters of Nevada County, also to the employees and staff of this county who have been tremendously supportive and welcoming to me as I learned my job. Thank you, Greg Diaz. He's here for hiring me. And thanks to my family for making it up here. My grandmother is here. I think when she moved to this country from Japan over 60 years ago, she didn't quite picture this. And my mother, who has been nothing but supportive. Thank you very much, everybody.
All right. Sit down, except for our sheriff. Before I turn it over to our sheriff, I was asked to identify and introduce myself at the beginning. It really isn't about me. It's about our elected officials, and I skipped over that, but I will tell everybody who I am at this point. My name's Scott Thompson. I am the Assistant Presiding Judge of the Nevada County Superior Court, and obviously it is my pleasure to be here to perform these oaths on behalf of all of our elected officials, so thank you.
Can I get our assessor and our supervisor, District 3 elects up to the front of the room, please? It is an honor to do the oath for these two friends. I will call them friends. I've worked with Rolf for the last 12 years. Almost 12 years. He has been such a great champion of the Sheriff's Office in ensuring that we have a solid and transparent budget. So the folks of Nevada County clearly made an excellent choice in electing him as our assessor in making sure that the budget and the transparency of the assessment of all of our property is done with integrity. So thank you, Rolf, for allowing me to do your oath. District 3 elect Supervisor Swarthout. We actually became friends on my campaign. Lots of folks think that we were friends, we've been lifelong friends, but met on my campaign, always knew who she was because she was an elected official in our community, but really got to know her and truly consider her a part of my family now. So thank you, Lisa, for allowing me to do your oath. So I too will ask you to state your name. I will read off your oath, and then I will ask you to affirm that, all right? So please raise your right hand. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California, that I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter. Do you affirm? I do. Very good, thank you. Rolf, would you like to say some words?
The judge was right. I wasn't expecting to have to say anything, but it is a privilege to be in front of all of you, the constituents who did elect me and Lisa and everybody else here. I speak for me as I'm totally grateful for the opportunity, and I do plan on having fair, accurate, and transparent assessments for all. That's an important part of anything that we do when it involves you and your finances and your families, which it does. So my path here is a little convoluted. 12 years ago, I ran for this office and lost to an excellent assessor, Sue Horn, who I have the privilege to follow in her footsteps. And then I hooked up with the sheriff's office and had the privilege to work with that organization. Truly one of the finest organizations in our community. They support us every day in every way they can. I had the privilege again to work for Sheriff Royal and then Shannon Moon. Thanks, boss. And that's why she swore me in today. It means a lot to me personally. Again, thank you for the opportunity. I look forward to doing whatever I can to keep your taxes fair and preferably low, but we do have to follow state guidelines. Thank you again.
Thank you. Those who know me know that I've never seen a mic I didn't like. So thank you so much for being here. I would not be standing here today without the support of my friends and family, and many of you are in the audience. And I just want you to know how much I appreciate how much everybody did to help me get elected. So my family, my dad, my stepmom, my brother are here, defended me and helped me through all of this. My husband sign waved and did a lot of things out of his comfort zone for me. I just want to say that I really concur with Supervisor Hook, and let's make this the year of the heart. I collect hearts, and I'm going to bring my heart collection into my office to remind me that every decision that I make needs to come from the head and the heart. So thank you for those words of wisdom. My second family, the Moons, thank you all for your support and being here. I love you guys. Let's get started. You know, the election is the great part, but I'm really here to start the work. So 10:29, no, I'm not starting today. Tomorrow, 10:29, I will be here to serve the community. So thanks for your support. Thanks for being here.
One of the things that a good friend of mine told me after I got elected was leadership is about disappointing people at the rate in which they can absorb. So to my fellow electeds, let's come in with a good rate at that absorption rate. But it truly is an honor. I don't know what the rest of the morning's Supervisor Hook, our chair of the board, is going to finish us off, and I just really appreciate working with Sue. So Sue, take us home.
Thanks, Sheriff. Oh boy, this has just been a wonderful morning, hasn't it? Thank you, Judge, for being here and doing our oaths today. We appreciate you so much. Yeah, and I look around and I just see all of you again, and it just kind of takes your breath away to realize the commitment and the appreciation that the community has for what's going on at the county, because it really is a team effort, right? And we're going to continue to do that. And I want to be amiss, but my family's all homesick. And I want to give a shout out because I know my husband's watching. So, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them either. Seriously, it's our mates that really make a difference in all of our lives. I don't know, and I don't care who it is in this office that works, if you're in a building. It's our significant others that really, really do what it needs to be. So I'm not going to ramble on, but I'm going to leave you again with this, okay? This is the year of the heart. May we have courage to reach out with kindness, compassion, and integrity. May our fruits of our labor yield gratitude, generosity to the building blocks of our community. Let's live on that for 2023. And thank you all for being here. Have a good celebration if you're here with your families, because I think that's what it's all about, because they just committed to 4 more years of this craziness. And know that everyone that does this really loves it. We're here because we care about all of you. So with that, I want to thank this staff up here that really keeps things going for us. And I just have to really like Julie and Jeff. They kind of keep us all stable. And you're going to find that out, Lisa, that how this staff in our office really comes together for us. Julie's been there when I've had a meltdown. And Allison and Kit, you know, you guys keep this place and keep us all in line so that we function. I mean, we get to make these decisions, but you keep us in our wheelhouse, and that's really important for us. And Julie, especially, and Teen, who's going to be just moving into that role, can keep going on here. And all the ladies that are upstairs. We had a lot of change in our office, a lot of retiring this year. I guess you know that the last meeting, how many people that we got to say goodbye to, and now we're saying hello. So you guys all have a great day. Remember, you were all accessible. Give us a call if you need anything. If not one of us will answer, one of these guys will answer, and we'll get right back to you. And again, Happy New Year. Happy 2023.